What's up guys, it's Nick Zioli, and on today's video we're going to talk about final walkthroughs in real estate. What are they and how do they work? Alright, so what is a final walkthrough? So essentially a final walkthrough is an inspection you're doing prior to closing to make sure that everything that has been negotiated and everything in the home is working the way it's supposed to. And a lot of people actually don't even utilize this, and it's one of the most important steps in real estate, and here's why. If anything that has been negotiated or anything is damaged prior to closing, it gives you an opportunity to go ahead and view the home before you actually close on the sale. And you can actually renegotiate if things have been broken or damaged or there are changes to the home. So it is very important. And again, 48 hours prior to closing typically is how long you have to do the final walkthrough. Now, I'm going to give you guys a checklist on what should you be looking for at that actual final walkthrough. So the first thing you want to be looking for is any pre-negotiated repairs at the inspection period. So let's say you went in, you had your home inspection, you guys agreed that you're going to replace this broken window in the living room. And you want to be going through and making sure that that repair has been done properly. Any inspection repairs need to be looked at before you actually close on the sale of your home. Next thing, let's talk about just making sure all the belongings and everything is moved out of the home. Now remember, unless pre-negotiated, the seller has to get any personal property out of the home. So anything that's not a fixture, meaning it's attached to the property, has to be removed unless you asked for it to stay in. So if you're going through and you're about to be at closing, they still have a bunch of boxes, there's things laying around, you want to make sure that you're calling them and saying, hey, we're not willing to close until everything has been removed on the property. So it's best really if you're doing this about a day before or 2 days before, so you have time to negotiate these items. But definitely make sure that all the personal property has been removed before you actually close on the sale of the home. Next thing is make sure that there is nothing going on with the appliances. So go through there, check the refrigerator, check that dishwasher, check the washer, dryer, make sure all the appliances are functioning properly before you go in there. I can't tell you how many times people overlook this and they're saying, hey, my refrigerator is not working, and you already closed on the sale and you're kind of SOL at that point. Next thing, check for mold. Make sure that there's nothing that's, around the shower, in the faucets. Make sure that there's no mold in the property that was being hidden by things that they had inside the home. Make sure that all of your electricity and outlets are functioning properly. Check those. Make sure everything is working there. And, backyard and outdoors, make sure that everything has been cleaned off. There's not a bunch of miscellaneous items on the porch. There's nothing that's in the exterior of the property that's been damaged. Check the backyard and check the exterior of the home. And then last thing, make sure you're checking for any pests that may be in the basement. Make sure there's no infestation. It's basically the reason that that's important is sometimes there's going to be rugs or things covering stuff at the time of the inspection. And now that everything's out of the property, you have an opportunity to look at all aspects of the home. So it's really, really important that you're going through there and checking for any pests or any sense of damage to the property that could have been hidden. All right, so what should you do if you find yourself having an issue at the final walkthrough and you need to negotiate? So let's say you had an inspection repair request and they didn't come through, or there was damage to the property that you were not aware of that you found out at the final walkthrough inspection. So you can ask the seller to fix it prior to closing, and you can even say, hey, give a delay and give them some more time to go ahead and fix it. But unfortunately, when you get 2 days before closing, not a lot of people want to go through that option. So here's an alternative that you can take to resolving this issue. You can actually ask to withhold money from the seller's proceeds in an escrow account to pay for the repairs after closing. How does that work? So say you think the repair is going to cost somewhere about $2,000. You want to take 1.5 times that $2,000, ask it to be held in escrow, and then what will happen is you're going to go ahead and make the repair with a contractor. You're going to get a copy of the receipt, and you're going to go ahead and send that to the title company holding the funds in escrow, and they'll reimburse the seller for any repair costs that weren't necessary. But that way you have enough of a cushion to go ahead and make that repair and know you're going to be good to go. And if there's a really extreme circumstance where there's major damage to the home or a really expensive fix that the seller refused to repair, you have the option to walk away or take legal action at that point. So again, please don't forget to have your final walkthrough inspection. They're very important. Hope this helps, and have a great day, guys.